Welcome to the episode 3 of the Consulting Journal. Today we are talking about a very important topic called the Narcissism Vortex. What exactly do I mean by this? Have you observed people love to talk about themselves? I have been taking a lot of consulting sessions in last 1 year. Even my clients, even my uh, clients who I work with, clients who I'm helping them become consultants now. One pattern that I've been observing in human nature, we are romanticizing ourselves so much that we can't get over ourselves. The number one rule of consulting is always empathy. Can you put yourself in other shoes and understand what the other person is going through? Everything becomes about ourselves in this industry, right? What exactly my pain has been, what my past has been, what I have been doing, my story, what I want to teach you, what you can learn from me. Have you observed that there are so many coaches, consultants who are working in this industry on the internet right now? They all are self-obsessed. I have 30 years of experience. I have 20 years of experience. I know this much. I have this much certification. In fact, traditionally, if you go to doctors, lawyers, you go to there and you see the gate. They are like CA, CS, this, that, BA, LLB. There's 5 degrees they have mentioned about it, which is okay. You can mention it. But once you start their consultation, they don't show off like that. What they do, they try to understand the problem and give us a solution. And that's what consultants are supposed to do. If you observe people, if you notice them, you will start realizing that how obsessed people are with their own life. When I talk to my clients also, I have a community called Avengers where I'm helping people become consultants, and I have been taking a lot of sessions. Since last 5 years, I have been taking 1,000 plus sessions. And one observation that I have done, when I talk about when I talk to a client, I don't talk about myself so much. Oh, so much of experience, so much. You have been. This is the third episode. I don't know if how many videos you have seen in my YouTube channel. I rarely talk about my education. I rarely talk about the experience that I have or how high regard I have for myself. No, you care about what I can help you with. You care about what I can do for you. You care about what is the value that you're adding to my life. When you buy a phone in your life, it's not about the. It's not phone doesn't power or power themselves that look at such a great brand I am, such a great product I am. They say this is the value that I can provide for you. When I use this cutlery, when I use this knife, this basic spoon in life, it is the value that the spoon is adding in my life. You yourself in consulting business is a product of yourself. You need to talk about what is the value that you can add into people's life. Very, very important. And what I've observed is, in consulting business or in general life also, people are so obsessed with themselves, they can't get over themselves. They're talking about too much about themselves. They're talking too much about themselves. You know, when I talk to people, when I ask them to, record videos, courses, they don't even know what the problem they are trying to solve for people. All they want to record is 10 years I have spent on this. This is the framework that I have designed. Let me share this framework with people. What will happen by sharing the framework? What is the benefit the framework is giving to the clients? Can you talk about that also? The consulting business is about solving problems. You cannot solve problems by being a narcissist. It sounds bad, I'm sorry, but that's the fact. People are looking in the mirror too much, not literally but metaphorically. They're talking too much about their experience. Imagine you go to a doctor and the doctor tells you, you tell the doctor that I'm feeling this, and the doctor tells you this is the 10 years of experience that I have, this is the knowledge that I've gained, this is the MBBS degree I've done. What will you tell the doctor? Doctor, can you write the prescription for me? I don't give a damn what you have done. In fact, that's the reason I've come here, because you are very knowledgeable. I don't need you to justify that knowledge to me anymore. This is what the problem in consulting business also is. People are so obsessed with themselves. And not only from a consulting business, even if you're a professional, if you're someone who's listening to you, you might be thinking, Shobhit, why I'm not able to make more money? I'm not able to grow in my life. I'm not able to do this, because you're obsessed with yourself. And not in a positive way. There is a positive narcissism also, where basically, people are trying to, people are so obsessed with what they want to achieve in life. That's fine. But when you have too much of obsession with what happened in your life, what you have achieved, that's the problem. You are not able to grow beyond that. I was in Bangalore one last month. and I met a professional. He's 60 years old, a very, very old professional, very seasoned professional, financial person. The first thing he introduced me was, I'm an MBA graduate from this college, IIMs. What he achieved 40 years ago in his life, he's still obsessed with that. This is the problem with narcissism, that we are not able to go beyond ourselves. We are not able to look at people from the perspective of how can I help this person. It's always look at me, admire me, validate me. This is the problem. Self obsession is not confidence, it is insecurity in disguise. And that's the biggest problem in this world with self obsession, narcissism. And what happens with that? Clients feel unheard. There's no trust. Client don't pay you as a consultant. People don't pay you because how much you know. People pay you. Okay, how can this knowledge of this person can help me? How can I get a solution out of it? That's what people are looking for. I'm not trying to rant here. I'm just trying to give you a perspective that stop thinking too much about yourself. If you look at this society, this Indian society that we have, professionals, even personal relations, you talk to them. What is the first thing that you notice? 20 years ago, this happened in my life, 10 years. It's not about the incident that they're sharing. It's good. Even I share stories from my life. But what is the agenda of? They're so obsessed with their lives. They're living in that. It's like a spiritual orgasm for them. Oh wow! Like I have lived so much of life. They love talking about their struggles. They love talking about their achievement. They love in personal life you can do that, maybe on dinner tables, maybe on dates. Maybe that's the reason that relations are also not working, because you're obsessed with yourself. In business, it is always the value that you can provide to people, not what you have achieved in your life. Why I called it the vortex, because vortex is basically a spiral circle which you cannot get out of it. Your own life, you're so obsessed with that life that you cannot get out of it. You cannot think beyond that. And that's one of the reasons that your clients are also not feeling that. Maybe as a coach, as a trainer, as a professional, even if you're doing a job, you keep thinking about what I have done in my life, what I have done. Like, you're not thinking what the client wants, what this employer wants from me. Maybe there's something negative in that, that's fine, but give that negativity also. Okay, just get it and do the job, get the job done. And justifies the means. You may think this is too much of Shobit, this is very extreme thoughts that you have. But these extreme thoughts are the reason that the business is working right now. Just yesterday I was I was watching this documentary on Ramalingam Raju, this Satyam Computers, basically. you know this guy was so obsessed with competing with Wipro, Infosys, Tata consulting services, that he got into that vortex of I have to inflate my numbers. And that's the reason his downfall was. Maybe you're not at that level, but somewhere you are doing that. Maybe you're not being honest with your client, with your work. When I see professionals looking at their PPTs, if there's a 50 slides PPT, 10 to 15 slides are about them only. This is what I've achieved. It's okay to share stories, it's okay to share experiences, but it is not okay to be obsessed with all these things. People don't pay for obsessions. People pay for results, outcome, and solving the problems. What are you solving problems for them? Success is a result of the value that you provide in the market, not the validations that you have got in your life. And this is the problem. We are talking about the validations that look at me, look at what I've done. Get out of narcissism vortex and start thinking, how can I add value to people's life? You can talk to all the Avengers that I have in my community. I have 30 plus Avengers, basically the high ticket consulting the community that I have. Rarely I talk about myself in any calls that I go with them. I even if I share an experience, I went to Vietnam, I travel a lot. I share what I learned in that experience. Not look at the luxury lifestyle that I'm living. I don't what do I have to show off of that? I just want to tell them what do I learn from that experience. So if you want to take something from this video, just stop self obsession. This vortex that you are getting into, narcissism, just get out of it, and then you see the life flourishing around you. Money will come in. People will start respecting you. You might think that this is over exaggeration, but that's the main thing. From self expression, get into service. From your own identity, start thinking impact, not identity, impact. And your storytelling should also be problem solving. How can I solve a problem for people? you know Let me ask you one last question. In the last conversation, who talked more, you or the client? What was the topic about? About the client's problem, or what you're going to offer them, or something like that? 80% should be about the client's problem. 20% should be about what you are going to do. That's how I close my clients also. That's how I'm able to grow this business. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm just saying I'm there for my clients. I'm neither the best one nor the only one, but I'm available to them always, and that's my USP in their eyes. So narcissism should be, if you're narcissist, if you have this narcissism traits, it's always should be positive note that okay, how can this narcissism help the world, not you? And because you are able to help the world, automatically you will get help because of that. So sorry about the rant. I didn't mean to do that, but I'm very passionate about this topic. So if you want to grow, if you want to become a high ticket consultant, how to close a 1 lakh rupee, 2 lakh rupee, 3 lakh rupee client. Just last week I closed a 5 lakh rupee client. I'm not being narcissist right now. I'm giving you a solution that this is possible. Not by being a narcissist. I closed those clients because not I was not talking about myself. I was talking about them. I was validating their life. You can do this. You can achieve something like that. So if you want to be a high ticket consultant, click the link below, join my community, attend my next session, and just stop looking at the mirror, literally and metaphorically. That's it. Subscribe to this channel, and if you liked it, comment it. If you don't agree with what I said, just comment. It's okay. I'm happy to have a healthy discussion. Please share this video with your friends, family if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. And see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Don't be a narcissist. Be a service giver. Thank you.